service for our country, and always faithful to the prestigious corps which he represents. He told me before this ceremony, Lord, that 4th Regiment was his favorite tour out of 20 years and 7 commands. And we are so grateful to have known him. We want to send him off today to a new season of life, a new season where he can be once a Marine, always a Marine, but do something different in this world, but always carry that ethos of the Marine Corps with him. So we send him off today, Lord, with gratitude for all of his faithful service. In your mighty and matchless and holy name, amen and amen.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of the commanding officer, Colonel Matthew W. Tracy, 4th Marine Regiment, welcome to the retirement ceremony for Gunnery Sergeant Renard Dominique, who dedicated 20 years of honorable and faithful service to our country and Corps. Now taking his position is the retiring officer, Lieutenant Heinrich. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the playing of the national anthem. The President of the United States takes pleasure in presenting the Meritorious Service Medal to Gunnery Sergeant Renard K. Dominique, United States Marine Corps, for outstanding meritorious service while serving as Staff Non-Commissioned Officer in Charge and Manpower Chief, Administrative Section, Headquarters and Service Company, 4th Marine Regiment, 3rd Marine Division, from June 2019 to March 2021. Over the period of 2 years, Gunnery Sergeant Dominique has impacted the administrative section of this regiment by reviewing, analyzing, and transforming the administrative Marines. His impact was cemented by the results from the 2020 Command General's Readiness Inspection, during which all functional areas inspected were found to be mission capable. Throughout this tour, Gunnery Sergeant Dominique provided administrative support to the over 400 personnel on the regimental headquarters and services company, unit deployed programs for 13 infantry battalions, 4 amphibious assault vehicle companies, 4 light armored reconnaissance companies, and 4 rotational reserve platoons. The result of his leadership was the support of over 4,000 Marines and sailors who were deployed to the Indo-Pacific area of operations. He directly advised, trained, and mentored 2 Staff Non-Commissioned Officers, 6 Non-Commissioned Officers, and numerous junior Marines within the division. Gunnery Sergeant Dominique served as the regimental attendant and personnel officer, providing sound advice while maintaining the spectrum of tasks assigned to him. Gunnery Sergeant Dominique's superior performance of duties highlights his cumulative 20 years of honorable and dedicated military service. By his exceptional professional ability, steadfast initiative, and selfless dedication to duty, Gunnery Sergeant Dominique reflected great credit upon himself and upheld the highest traditions of the Marine Corps and the United States Naval Service. President J. W. Pearman, Major General, U.S. Marine Corps, Commanding General, 3rd United States Marine Corps, Gunnery Sergeant Renard Dominique was transferred this date from the United States Marine Corps to the Fleet Marine Corps Reserve after 20 years of honorable and faithful active service. 30 June 2021, David H. Berger, Commandant of the Marine Corps. Certificate of Appreciation for Service in the Armed Forces of the United States of America. Gunnery Sergeant Renard Dominique, United States Marine Corps, I extend to you my personal thanks and my sincere appreciation of our grateful nation for your contribution of honorable service to our country. You have helped maintain the security of the nation during a critical time in its history with a devotion to duty and a spirit of sacrifice in keeping with the proud traditions of the military service. I trust in the coming years you will maintain an active interest in the armed forces and the purpose for which you serve. Those who follow in your footsteps will draw inspiration from your commitment, dedication, and sacrifices made to ensure the protection of our American freedoms. My best wishes to you, happiness and success in the future. Donald J. Trump, Commander-in-Chief. Dear Gunnery Sergeant Renard Dominique, the Marine Corps has been your occupation and family for many years past. As a teacher to young Marines, a source of wise counsel, and as an example you have my best wishes for good health, continued success in the years ahead. On the occasion of your retirement, I would like to extend my congratulations and heartfelt thanks for many years of dedicated service and selfless devotion to our country and Corps. You have made tremendous contributions and sacrifices throughout your Marine Corps career. As you prepare to enter this new chapter of your life, you can look back with immense pride and satisfaction on all you have accomplished. You have set an example of professionalism and laid a standard of excellence for all Marines who will carry on the legacy of our Corps. My wife, Stacy, joins me in wishing you continued success in the future. Semper Fidelis, Troy E. Black, 19th Sergeant Major of the Marine Corps. All who shall see these presents greetings. This is the certified of Mrs. Dominique as her grateful appreciation for the unselfish, faithful, and devoted service during her husband's Marine Corps career. The hardships she endured and the sacrifices she made during his tour of duty have not gone unnoticed. Her unfailing support and understanding helped to make possible her husband's lasting contribution to the Corps and his command. Given this 29th day of January in the year of our Lord, 2021. Signed, Matthew W. Tracy, Colonel, United States Marine Corps. Ladies and gentlemen, the commanding officer of 4th Marine Regiment. Fourth Marine Regiment, Colonel Matthew W. Tracy.
Hey, thanks a lot, Lance Corporal Swenson. I appreciate it. It's a symbolic passing of the torch, voice of Shanghai. Right? It's poignant, though. I mean, it's kind of funny, but it is poignant, right? It's not for many times you've been up there, you know, and now it's different, right? And like he's like 14 or something over there, you know. I really appreciate the opportunity to get to address Team Shanghai and Gunny Dom and Michelle. I was thinking, you know, long drive, a lot of time to think. I was trying to think of the most impactful Marines. You know, it's a good time. The flyover actually was supposed to go right as we were just having trouble timing these. You know, I was trying to think of the most impactful Marines in my career, and what I settled on is that, although exceedingly impactful, the two of you have made an impact on the Tracy family and our lives for further back than I even realized, with Michelle and Mary's relationship, you know, and that's really important and something I want to dwell on, because once you get old enough, you know, every move, you know, you got to say goodbye to friends, and you're going into the unknown in a new unit, a new place, a new neighborhood. But once you get old enough, you get up there enough, there's people on the other side that you know, right? Or people you run into, and it makes that move more palatable and less friction filled, and it's something that is of comfort. And so, you know, you and Mary had a relationship in Hawaii. We didn't even know each other, which was good. We were closer to our primes, and we would have done more damage together. But then to have you guys run into each other and link up out here again was terrific for both for Mary and then for myself. Hey, Gunny Dom, you know, when I first met you, and I don't know how it came up, but you talked about your focus on the humanities, and you were talking at like a different level, and I was like, I had to stop and step back and be like, I'm being engaged here at an intellectual level unexpected right now, and I'm gonna have to bring my game, right? I gotta have to bring my A+ stuff around Gunny Dom, because like my normal C-, that stuff's not gonna fly. Epictetus, Stoicism, classics, bring me back into the books, inspired, continued learning, and then I had to like pull his bio. Like, I'm sure most of you know, right? Most of you know. But I had to write down all of his degrees. I had to write them down. All right, he's got a BS. He's got a Bachelor's of Science in Psychology. He's got an MA in Psychology. That's an advanced degree. And then he's got a PhD in Educational Leadership. He's a doctor, right? So as soon as, I'm not sure when, but I think like almost right now we gotta call you doctor, not Gunny anymore, right? Right. So we'll figure out when your leave runs out, then we'll call you doctor after that. But if you combine that, so just hold that in your mind. 2 advanced degrees in psychology and 1 in educational leadership. Combine that. Drill instructor, all right, and martial arts. He could make us do whatever he wants with our brains and then destroy us. The only reason he's not just manipulating us psychologically and brainwashing us is he's just nice. Or we may already be brainwashed and psychologically and being manipulated to do whatever Gunny Dom wants. I'm not sure which is the answer. We could be all just puppets in his grand scheme. He's been training his whole career to be the master puppeteer of us. He was like, I don't want, oh, sir, I don't need a a ceremony. Look at us. You were the puppeteer. That doesn't tell really, that doesn't even touch on it. That doesn't touch on, but it's an inspiration. Your education, what you've done in the Marine Corps, and then how you've, dedicated yourself to lifelong learning is an inspiration. I was talking to Top Rivera. I don't know if Top made it, but he's like, I'm thinking about. We were talking about eudaimonia. You probably speak Greek, so didn't need to explain that to you. But he's like, I'm thinking about getting my PhD. I started it, I stopped it, I've enrolled in it, and I was like, man, if Gunny Dom can do it, like, you should do it. He's like, that's what I'm thinking, right? So like, you're having an outside effect on people that you come in contact with and inspiring them to reach. And I think that's an incredible gift, and it's something that's really special, and we're gonna miss that, and that's why I think top 1 or 2 most impactful Marines I've met in my career, really for that gift, a living example of if you reach and push yourself, what you can achieve, and how you can inspire all these people. How Michelle's done that for so many people throughout her career, including Mary and my family, physically. I mean, it's an unbelievable team and duo that you have. Perfect complements to each other in terms of inspiring people to reach and achieve something better in themselves. From Shanghai, we're going to miss you terribly in the one shop. I remember coming aboard and I'm brand new. Still trying to figure out where the head is in my parking space, and the adjutant's leaving, and the chief warrant officer's leaving. We got a CGRI, like panicking, hyperventilating behind my desk. I was like, what are we gonna do with the one shop? They're like, oh, Gunny Dom's got it. The Gunny Dom is like, although like a monstrous human being, he says he's not gonna carry the CGRI on his own back. And they're like, oh yeah, he will. And you did. It was unbelievable, and that's part of that citation that got read today. I mean, one man, COVID is going on, right? Like, it's crazy. I mean, it is really, really something. So technical expertise, pouring yourself into the command, into the Marines, really, So what this does is, this is how the retirements are. They're like bittersweet. You think about what we're losing as an organization, but then you're so excited for you and your family's future. We're just so excited that of what the future holds for you and all the people. We can't be selfish, and we can't hold you and put our arms around you and keep you here. We gotta let other people come in contact so you can do greater things for greater numbers of people. But we enjoyed it immensely, and both of you will be missed. Thanks a lot for everything. Semper Fi.
All right. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, friends, family, and honored guests. Today it is truly my honor to be the retiring officer for Gunnery Sergeant Dominique, or as he may be more commonly known among Marines, Gunny Dom, or perhaps even Dr. Dom, depending on how closely you work with him. I'll keep this short and sweet. I'm not one to talk long in the spotlight, so here we go. I could stand up here and give everyone a long list of facts about Gunny's career, like the fact that he enlisted in 2001, or that he was on the Parris Island drill fields in 2008, or that he has lived and worked all across the globe, from Louisiana to South Carolina to Arizona to Hawaii and Okinawa. But I'd rather talk about the man I know from the time we had working together. Having only had the privilege of working with Gunny for a relatively short amount of time during my 6 months over at the regiment, I can tell you he immediately made a lasting impression on me. One which has stuck and will continue to stick in my mind long after today. As the first admin chief I had ever worked with after leaving the schoolhouse, he set an exceptionally high standard for all my future NCOs and Marines to live up to. He cast a large shadow, so to speak. A shadow which he still casts in my mind and in my heart when I reflect on what a chief should be. Always ready to share a teaching moment with a young officer or a young Marine under his charge, never holding back his honest opinion, all while remaining the paragon of professionalism and experience that he is. He's a chief among staff NCOs. A habitual hard worker, arriving well before the sun rises and leaving long after it is set each day. A well of knowledge and experience. He's a chief among administrators. Constantly taking an interest in the development and the well-being of the Marines in his charge, ensuring they grow to be well-rounded, professional, and compassionate men and women of character. He's a chief among Marines. His physical prowess at 38, well, he's certainly a chief among men too. Leading and leaning on his family throughout his 20-year career in the Marine Corps, I suspect he is also a chief among fathers and husbands, though I'm not the authority on that one. All this to say that it is truthfully a great privilege and honor for me to be here today and introduce the man of the hour, my first chief, Gunnery Sergeant Renard K. Dominique.
I kind of don't know what to say. I didn't rehearse, definitely didn't do that. I would definitely say I told a lot of individuals don't go to any trouble, right? You know what I mean? I'm good. But a lot of great men insisted, right, that you have a ceremony, you know what I mean? And I didn't understand that. And I kept fighting it like, nah, I'm good, you know what I mean? Like I don't really like being out there, I'm good. And even right now I kind of feel like I just want to kind of just slide away and just, you know what I mean? But it started making sense every day, right? Great men, Sergeant Major, First Sergeant, Staff Sergeant Rogers, a lot of Master Guns, both of them, said that as an organization, this is what we do, right? This is in keeping with traditions and fine traditions, right? This is what we do, and it didn't make any sense until I kind of started reflecting about why would you care so much? Why would you do certain things to keep just pushing, just to keep something running, just to keep something afloat? And every day it started making sense. Every long ride, it started clicking that it is something bigger than yourself, and it means more and more every day as I try to apply for more and more jobs when I say things like institutional commitment, institutional loyalty. And they look at me, it's like you come here at 8, you leave at 5. That's it. And I can't imagine myself doing anything else. I can't. And it's crazy and it's painful. Truth be told, I didn't want to retire, right? But the mind is still in the fight, but the body is withering away. My old lady may laugh at me every time I get up in the morning, right? And I'm doing the hot lava dance, but it's all good, right? Still come out of bed, still go PT, still get it on, right? And I appreciate it. Deep down inside, I mean, I look at everybody, the moments that we shared, the therapy sessions, the counselings, everything, knowing that we're fighting the same fight, that we all go through the same issues and problems. And we still push. We still come here every day. We develop our own little mottos, right? We sit in the parking lot, grip the steering wheel, cry, right? Then we walk right in and we get it done, right? We say things like 4th Marines is like massive credit card debt. Some days I can only do the minimum, right? But again, we come out here and we still push. And it means a lot. I mean, like again, it makes more sense now, right? Why do you retire? Why do you uphold these customs and courtesies? Why we do this? And it seems more fitting, and the boss kind of stole my thunder, but what more ripe to honor our organization model, to hold high the torch, than to absolutely pass that torch, right? Give it to the new voice of Shanghai, right? Even though you got the pretend voice, you'll never be as good as, you know what I'm saying? But, yeah, I know you did. Listen, you know what I mean? To just have those laps. It means a lot. It does. It's R&V. Pass it over to you, right? You'll be getting the calls, right, DTS, right? You'll be getting all of that, but do your thing. And like I said, if people kind of undermine you and maybe backslide or do whatever, fuck it. It is what it is. But it means a lot to pass this on to you. And definitely, I didn't do the CGRI by myself. It wouldn't have been anything, again, without Chief Warrant Officer Sword and, again, without Lance Corporal Smith and Lance Corporal Nelson. I definitely couldn't do it without you. And again, it meant a lot to me, one, to get you all out every day, because, again, I would say, hey, 4th Marines is going to get your time, but at least it won't today. Go home, enjoy yourself. I got it. And last but not least, I mean, it feels good to have an edge and have a new person. And I will say, again, to kind of even get over my own biases, right? I mean, I lost a great friend, a great mentor, right? And Chief Warrant Officer Sword when he left. And it was very, very, very hard to do his job without him here. And I remember, and I even told Lieutenant Cruz that when Chief Warrant Officer Diaz got on deck, I mean, you don't think that the same level of professionalism will ever walk through the door. I mean, you don't think that. I mean, when it walks out, you naturally assume that it's gone. And so you have these little biases like, nah, he's not like the other guy. The other guy, no. And then you give him a chance, and then you see it. And you see it's same level of professionalism, just a different dude. And one thing that I made it important to is actually even apologize to him. Maybe he didn't know, but it was in here. So, but again, it's that loss. So, again, thank you all for this. It absolutely means a lot. It does. And I don't know what else to say. I mean, thank y'all. Thank y'all so much. I really appreciate every single one of y'all, from the conversations, from the ups and downs, passing over promotions, dealing with kids. It means a lot. So, thank y'all.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, flowers are now being presented to Gunnery Sergeant Dominique Sway, Mrs. Dominique.
You didn't do it? That's okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, Please rise for the flying of anchors away and dreams in.
From the halls of Montezuma to the shores of Tripoli, we will fight our country's battles in the air and land and sea. First to fight for right and freedom, and to keep our honor clean. We are proud to claim the title of United States Marine. Hurrah!
Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the commanding officer of the 4th Marine Regiment, thank you for your attendance. Please take your seats for the presentation of Old Glory.
I am the flag of the United States of America. My name is Old Glory. I fly atop the world's tallest buildings. I stand watch in America's halls of justice. I stand guard majestically over great institutions of learning. I stand guard with the greatest military power in the world. Look up and see me. I stand for peace, honor, truth, and justice. I stand for freedom. I am arrogant. I am proud. When I am flown with my fellow banners, my head is a little higher, my colors a little truer. I bow to no one. I am recognized all over the world. I am worshipped. I am loved, and I am feared. I have fought in every battle of every war for more than 200 years. Gettysburg, Shiloh, Appomattox, San Juan Hill, the trenches of France, the Argonne Forest, Antietam, Rome, the beaches of Normandy, Guam, Okinawa, Japan.